Let's get prepared.
Get prepared.
Shh.
Listen
carefully.
Pay attention.
Hello viewers, welcome back to my channel. On today's tutorial I am going to teach you and elaborate more on how to cut a corporate pants. What do I mean by pants? I mean trouser, corporate trouser. In some countries they call it pants, and in Nigeria we call it trouser. So this is a tutorial on corporate trouser. Okay, so stay tuned and don't touch that dial. Meanwhile, give us thumbs up and don't forget to subscribe if you have not done so. All right, so in making a pants there are measurements that you need to get. You can go to my video on how to measure and see the measurements you need for your pants. We have a waist, we have a flap up, we have flap down, we have length, we have flap center. That flap center, some people do call it a crush or cap, I don't know, so but for me I call it a flap center. So stay tuned while we do our thing. All right,
Yes.
so I have my measurement tape and my fine fabric, and I have my pants curve. You can still use your hands, but I like using this, it helps a lot. So the length of my pants is at 44, and I add extra 1.5 inch allowance for folding allowance. Hope you can see my chalk. Adafia, oh my goodness, what's happening in Afunka? Hey, now wow, okay. Let me use white. I thought blue would be better. Okay, so this is my length, this is my folding allowance, this is my length. And Afunka. Okay, this is my length, this is the length of the trouser, this is the flap down, this is the flap down, this is the flap up, okay, and this is the waistline. So let's go at it again. Waistline, this is the flap up, this is the flap down, this is the length, and this is the allowance. So let's start the drafting. This is for myself, I'm doing this for myself. So my flap up, that is round, how do I put it, immediately after my T-junction, you know, round it, that is where you get the flap up. So my flap up is 31 divided by 2 will give me 15. So, and I do it on the dots, no added allowance. I do it on the dots, 15, mark it here. Hope you can see it. Yes. Okay, so and the center of it, that is half of it, is 7.5, and I mark at 7.5 also. Then like that and like that, I'll mark 7.5 throughout my piece. Like this, I can mark 7.5 and mark 15 for easy drafting. So 7.5 and 15, like this. Yeah. So now the next step we do here is my flap down is 21. I divide it by 2. 21 will give us 10.5. So 10.5 is for front. Remember, I'm drafting the front pattern. This is the front pattern that I'm drafting. So but round my knee, that is the flap down, is 21, and I divided it 10.5 for front and 10.5 for back. Okay, so now I will have to centralize my 10.5 on this center. You know, I have a center here, that is the 7.5 from what I marked so far. I have to centralize the 10.5, which is 5 1/4. Mark it here, mark it here at 10.5. Okay, then the down of it, I have to use 7 and 7 will give me 3.5 when I centralize it, which is this and this, because I don't want it to be pencil. I want something like between boot cut and pencil, because I want it to look like a real corporate. So the next thing we do here is to join the lines first. Let's join it and see how it looks. This is our line and this is our line. Okay, so this is where I use my curve like this. Okay, so faint. Then from here I join it like this, like this. Okay, for easy identification, I add 2 chalks so you see very well.
Not so white.
Okay, so and I have here like this. Okay, okay, remember you can still use your normal free hand to draft it. Okay, you can see my pants is remaining the waistline. So my waist is 42, and 42 divided by 4 to give me 10.5. Where I do my pants, listen very carefully. 10.5 is for 10.5 is for each side of the body, that is front left, front back, front left, front right, back left, back right. Okay, so each of them will take 10.5. So but for the front I'll take 1 from it, 1 inch from it, and dash the back. Let me draft it here. Front right, front left, back right, and back left. So I've divided it, and each one will get 10.5 each. 10.5, 10.5, 10.5, 10.5. So now for these 2 fronts, I'll take 1 from it and dash it to the back. So the front will now be 9.5, 9.5, and this one will now, the back will now be 11.5, and this one will be 11.5. This is how I draft my waistline when it comes to pants and trousers. From here I will mark 3. At the middle point I'll mark 2.5, and down here I'll mark 2. Join them. You can see it's in a slanty manner. Then I curve it in to have a nearly perfect curve. So from here now I'll get my 9.5. Okay, no allowance. You can see my pants. So let's cut it. Okay, before I go on to cutting, there's what I call the removing some allowances for the front. Because here is front, I do remove 1. At times I do remove 3/4 or 1/2 inch depending on the size of the client. So but for myself, I have big tummy, you know, so I have to reduce it by 1. See our beautiful front pattern. I'll now use this, place it, and add the necessary allowances, and boom, we're done. On this side, that is the flap up, I'll have to add 3 inches, then 1.5 inch here, 1 inch here, and by this side I'm going to add 1 inch throughout, but here from here is going to be straight for the darting allowance. So I hope you understand what I said. This is my flap up line. You have to add 3 inches for bum allowance. Then you have to add another 3 inches here. That will make it, you know, to catch and hold your bum very well, so that when you sit down, your undies will not be showing. If you don't do it well, that is when your undies will be showing while you are sitting down. So I'll have to add the necessary allowances. Yeah, thanks for the chalk. On this line I'll add my 3 inches, okay, and on this line I add my 1.5 inches, and on this line I have to add 1 inch. This is how it goes. Then join it with free hand. I can still use my curve if I want, like this. Then by this side I'll have to add 1 inch throughout from up to down. It's gonna be 1 inch all through, like this. Okay, yeah, like this. Okay, but by this side it has to be straight. I'll add 1 inch here, okay, just like every other side, but here will be straight, because I'll still have to use it and that, like this. I'll add 3 inches. Okay, this is it. Yeah, done, like done. So this is the simplest way you can ever think of. Please give me thumbs up, don't forget that. Okay, so let's cut it. Okay, you can see our fine pattern. So but there's something little I do here. You know, in joining this trouser, you have to join this line, okay, this line and this line. So I will have to measure it to make sure that when I'm joining it, the 2 lines will be equal, and none of them will be bigger. So I have 36 here. I have to measure it and make sure that this one is 36. Okay, so they're equal. This is my trouser pattern. I'm gonna remove this and make pockets, because it will have pockets. I'll add my pocket to it. I don't want to waste my fabric, so I just measured 7. The width is 7 and the length is going to be 13. So I'll cut it. This is for left and for right. So I divide it into 2 for the left and for the right pockets. Then spread it like this. Yeah, like this. So fold it back, place it like this, and make sure it has the same shape with my trouser, like this. Got it. Yeah, you can see that everything is the same here now. Okay, I'll remove 1. I'll remove 2, I mean one side. This is the side that will cover it. Place this one back and graft my pocket. So the pocket goes this way, 6 inches like this, or let me use 7 inches like this, and 3 inches like this, and I curve it in to this one. This is my pocket. Okay, so let's see our mask now. You can see how the pocket looks. It's very simple and easy to draft, like this. Okay, place it place this one back. So this is where I'll be putting in, you know, you can see the pocket before. You can see the pocket. So thank you, and don't forget to subscribe to my channel and share it to your friends and family. Thank you.